Hey guys, I recently bought a GoPro. It's a Hero 7 model, and I plan on doing a van tour with you guys. It actually kind of puts you, basically it's a point of view type style. I can wear the head piece and you can see literally everything in the van. It kind of makes you feel like that you're in it. I'm excited to share that with you, and if you happen to like this, just let me know and I can take more videos on my upcoming trip in June. For my 2019 road trip that I plan on taking this summer. So enjoy. So I first thought that I would start in the back of my van. You see that I've got the emblem here that one of my students last year, actually during the 17-18 school year, drew for me. It's actually me coming out of a basketball. And when you open up the back, it kind of gives you the garage setting for the van. This door here will lock, and if you want it to go on back, it will by unlocking. It actually goes all the way back like that, and will connect to the side of the van. And you see that this is what most people call the garage. When building my bed, I knew that I wanted to be able to use it somewhat as a truck, be able to haul things, and no better place than to try to lift the bed up off the ground, and so that you can have some storage here. So we have a 50 inches, I believe it is, deep, and it's got plenty of storage. You do see that I've got to do some tidying up with my wiring over there. There's a lot of little tedious things left to do with the van, but it's very much usable. It's already went to Biloxi once, and then in about a month we're hitting the first big road trip. About 6,000 miles in the van. You see that you got a little bit of storage here. I've got some Reflectix that goes up in the windows at night. I got actually a chair, a foldable chair. And over on this side is where my batteries are. I've got two right now, 12-volt deep cycle marine batteries, and I do plan on putting two more on the other side, giving me 4 total in the van. I've got a bag of tools here that I try to keep pretty handy, but pretty much the back of the van's pretty simple. You know, not much to it. You could put big enough for tables, a grill, any type of tailgating. I will be putting some speakers here in the back doors. They're not in there at the moment, but when I put some speakers in the back doors, throw the back doors back as they are right here, and I think there'll be a killer tailgate van to any type of event that you plan on going to. So now I'm going to take you to the inside of my van when you go into the side and talk you through some things. So this is the side of the van. I've got an emblem of me coming out of the side of the van. Roger down at the tent shop in Corbin, Kentucky did a great job of having me coming out of the side of the van. It's something that I wanted. I really liked the thing that Christian drew, and he was able to put it on the side. So this is the name of my van, the Rossland Dream. If you see us out, make sure to give us a honk or something. We're definitely on some type of adventure or trip. But as you see, pretty normal looking van from the outside. And when you open up the side door, it reveals your little home, so to speak. So what we're looking at here is going to be my sink. The only thing that I don't have in it's the 2 jugs for the cabinet that is here to hold the clean and the dirty water, and then I don't have my actual sink in the top here. But whenever I find the right bowl that I want, I'll end up cutting a hole in the top of this, and that's where my sink will set. And you can see that you can access the bottom of this from the outside. Right now it is storing some pieces that you'll see here in just a little bit on why they're used. But down here I do plan on having 2 jugs, probably 5-gallon buckets, where again one will be clean water, the other one will be drain water or dirty water, and you'll just have to you know, refill those and empty those as needed. And I figured that this would be the best and easiest access to get them, and then again change any type of water or do any type of things. You're not cramped. You can get up and under here very easily. So again, I thought that was pretty nice. And I did put a cabinet door on the other side as well, so I could access the same stuff from the inside of the van as well. As you climb up into the van, you'll see that I did buy some rugs, and it actually laid out perfect for what I wanted. They're just little runners. I think I got them at Big Lots. They were like $13, $14, I think. So I got 2 of them. It just gives you a little, softer feel on the floor. I did lay some nice linoleum down on the floor. I got it at Lowe's. I think it was 90 bucks to cover the whole floor. And I just kind of wanted a little rug or a little carpet in here. Again, if you was barefoot, that you could feel. So I did do that. And again, if I show you how to access the sink from the inside, you'll be able to get in there. There will be enough room in there to also store some little things, probably things like mouthwash and anything else that you may want to use, at nighttime when getting ready for bed. I'm now going to take you into the portion with making the bed, the sinking bed that is for anybody that would want to sleep here. I did want to accommodate others. To start this build, I only had the bed up top, and I was, you could sleep 2, probably pretty comfortable, but I wanted to be able to, just in case if you really went camping and wanted to take a few more or meet somebody somewhere, that you'd have a place for them to crash as well. So next portion of this video is going to be showing you how to assemble the bed to sleep 1 for sure, possibly 2 more depending on the size. So if you wanted to fix the other bed for someone to sleep in, you would have to access, I do believe that I'll store these pieces in this sink area here. You just want to grab these 2 pieces of plywood here. They were cut. They were actually the last piece of this build. I built the boxes first. When you grab these, you're able to then step up into the van. I did have to cut a relief for one of them. So the top piece here, I don't see a relief, so that's the piece that is going to go farthest up or closest to my table that does pull out. So you lay that down in the top part, and then you see that the relief that I'm talking about that I had to cut here, I had to cut that because to miss this cabinet. So when you lay that down here, it makes a good flat spot for someone to lay, and you would just want to move these cushions. You can move these, place them anywhere really. Gives you a nice flat spot to lay. And again, I am going to make a mattress part that will easily roll up. I can put some rubber bands or something, some Velcro to keep it rolled up and store it back in my garage. For anybody that may be coming over, there's just a few pieces to put in the bed together, and a good night's rest for anybody. I think it's something that was needed, and very happy that I was able to add this part for my first trip this summer. They'll start June 2019. The next portion I'd like to show you is my first 2 benches that was made. They were actually originally the first 2 that I put in, and just some things about them. The one that's over here on your left when you enter the van, when you pick this door up, it is just caught by a piano hinge. This is for storage. Right now I've got some toilet paper in there for the toilet that I have on the other side. See the box that I do have an outlet with a switch that you'll see in just a second that is about the electronics here that I'm able to use in the van, and what is actually plugged in the back, you'll see there's my lights as well. So just a little storage area for me to be able to store really any odds or ends I may need for a trip. And I also wanted to be able to use the bathroom in this van as well. Anytime you're camping, it would be nice to have a spot where you could use the bathroom. So I was able to make this piece over here in this box, where when you open it up, you do see a toilet, and you would want to move the any type of bedding that may be in your way. And I did just cut a piece of cardboard to put on top, and when you remove that, it's just a very simple setup. This is a privy. I think it's 5,000, 56,000, something like that. It's a privy set. It's a set to make a composting toilet. It's really the most expensive piece for the whole thing. You can see the bucket in the back. It wasn't $2, but it is below, that's where number 2 would go. Number 1 is actually diverted. It goes in the front, as you can see there. Will go in the front, and it actually drains into a water jug that I have underneath, and it does need to be taken out from time to time. And then also below here, I also have another switch and also another outlet that is fully functional as well. The switch will go to a fan that will be in the toilet at a later date, and it will turn that on in case you know, there were any type of smell. It would just vent out the side of the van and make it pretty neat and handy. So this is my bed. This is the one that I first originally built. The bed is a full-size bed. It sleeps 2, again, pretty comfortable. You know, I've only got one little quilt that my mom made me. I am a Steelers fan. Thought it would fit great in the van, and it actually is a nice piece. I really like it. And when building this, I knew that I wanted a map of the U.S. in some form or fashion, since it is a traveling van, and I thought no better place than to put it at the foot of my bed. So if we had a group of people and I wanted to maybe make a couch, because I do plan on putting a small TV in here someday, then I've just got 2 dowel rods, and I will store those probably under the sink, and I've got them in here right now. You can reach and grab the dowel rods, and it's actually a pretty simple setup. You just have to get up on the bed here, and you do want to reach your hand down the side here. And my bed is actually on piano hinges, and since it's on piano hinges, it makes it really easy to pull it up. And then you just want to take the dowel rod. I've made a platform, as you can see, right behind there, and then you just lay the piece back on the dowel rod. You can slide over. Again, made the same piece on this side. Put the dowel rod in. You can see here that the dowel rods are in, and we are now sitting on the couch in the van, and I think it's a great addition to the van. Not only is it a bed, but it also makes a couch looking out the back doors as well. So if you happen to see an awesome view, you could just stop, back your van right up to the view, throw the back doors open, and have a great relaxing hour or relaxing session looking at whatever view it was. So again, I think that we'll see plenty of things that we'll want to make a couch look out the back with, and excited to get that going. Something else that's cool about the van, and I'm just trying out some different pieces that I got with my new GoPro Hero 7. I've got the selfie stick with it. I've really enjoyed kind of playing around with this thing, but as you can see, there's a handle here that is on a table, and it does pull out, and it does actually extend as far out as you would need. And as you can see, we could play a card game, we could be eating, we could be doing all sorts of different things actually with the table that's here. Has plenty of support. I cut this just basically the exact size it needed to be, just a little bit bigger both ways, so that it would have the support needed. So again, just another cool amenity of the van, and it's able to easily store away, and you never know that it's there. Last thing I'd like to show you is how I got power to this thing. Again, I showed you earlier that there's 2 12-volt batteries that's on the wheel well on the left side of my van, and do plan on adding 2 more on the right side as well. But there is an inverter that is hooked directly to my batteries. It's able to give me house power directly 110 in here. So where that's located is, if I was in the van, I would again reach down the side, pick this up, because again it will make a couch both ways. And you see that here is the inverter. You can simply reach down and turn that on. There is a fan in the back. It does kick on from time to time. When the bed is down, it is much quieter, and really you don't hear it near as much. When it shuts off, you hear nothing. But I want to shut the door and make the van lights go off so that you could see my LEDs that I have. Down in this box there is a switch, and when you hit the switch, it does make the LEDs come on. And at the moment I do have it more kind of a rat rod style. Again, I bought this van, it was towards the end of January of 2019, and it's currently May of 2019, and I wanted to be able to have it where I could go on a road trip this summer. And with coaching and teaching, you know, you're not able to work on it every day. It was just impossible to have it completely finished, and I knew that. So I wanted to, again, still have some of the features that I know I'll have down the road. I do plan on finishing the ceiling. I'll finish that out. I will put some molding down the cracks, and I plan on trying to hide these LED strips behind it, where the light will come out from behind. But at the moment, again, it's a little more rat rod style. I do have a remote with these, and the little box, you can still see it right here. I pulled it out for the video. It does tuck away nicely behind the paneling, so when I do finish the van, it will hide very neat, very nice and neat back there behind there. But I can change the color of my LEDs with this remote. The remote's got like 50 different colors. I can dim them. They can jump, flash. They can do all kinds of stuff, really. I'll just flip through a couple different ones. This would be purple, red for the Corbin Red Hounds, which I thought would be nice. You got more of a yellow color, and yellow orangish. You can make them pink. You can make them blue. You can make them all different kinds of colors, as you can see. More of a green blue. It gives it a nice feel. I'm actually going to shut the door. I think when I do this, I can't shut it all the way or the van lights would come on, but if I shut this, it gives a real nice glow actually in the van, plenty of light, and that's what I really like about the LEDs. I think that'd be enough just for the back portion. Actually, you've seen earlier, I hooked them in this box, and I ran the wire up behind the paneling that I already had. Again, the box will be hidden right here in my van, and it comes on up, and the LEDs, actually you can still see the black one here. They did not start, the LEDs did not start till this moment, which was perfect because I could run it all the way around, and I can still do this when I finish the van with this piece here. Take it all the way around. I will bring it on this side of the van when I'm finishing it, and it will go around the back of the van, and then it will come down the side right above the map there, and it will finish over here. If I need any other lights, I will add them, and I can still add them, add another switch in here somewhere to have some light here. Future plans for the van are actually pretty simple. Underneath these two, I do have pull-out bins. I can put clothes or whatever else I may need for a particular trip in these, under the box that's there and the one that I'm sitting on. For this section, I do plan on making a small countertop where I could cook, possibly. Do plan on making a cubby hole big enough for at least a cooler. I have tossed around having a refrigerator in here. I don't know if I want a fridge until I get 4 batteries, but again, it's kind of just been one of those projects that just kind of decide things as we go. But behind this cooler is actually the wiring. If I would like to run a fridge, that will be the wiring for it. So I already ran it with the thought that I might want a fridge here. And then this wire that's hanging down actually is for a outlet. It will be on the high part. I plan on having some type of cabinet up in this top section that I could store maybe some paper plates or things that you could eat on, and I do plan on having an outlet up here, very easily accessible, where you could plug in and get some power. And then this last line that is ran is for an air conditioning unit. I do think that down the road I will need one. I plan on putting it in the part of the roof where right here is the biggest span, and it's basically the middle of the van. Cut a hole out and add my air conditioning unit there. That's the power that has directly run back to my inverter, and I would be able to get some power to an air unit. I do have a max fan, air fan right up directly above my bed. I think that will help me sleep at night and So that's the most important thing. And I'm about a month away from my June 2019 road trip. I just planned it out. I think it'll take me about 26 days. That is a rough estimate for the trip. So if you'd like to keep up with the Rossland Dream, then again, just like and subscribe. I do plan on putting many videos out there for you. I plan on going to Mount Rushmore. I plan on going up the coast a little in California, getting Los Angeles, San Francisco. I do plan on going to Denver, Las Vegas. I do plan on going to Chicago. I plan on doing many different things. And if you can't tell, I'm super stoked about my van. I've been working on it for probably 3 months now. And again, there's still so much to do, but it's been such a fun project. I encourage you that if you have anything that you are wanting to do, or again, whether it be traveling, some project around the house, something with your job, you do it. Just go ahead and do it. I think that you'll feel so accomplished. It will be fun. Sometimes we dread those things, but especially after we do them, we don't dread them anymore. They're gone, and we're glad that we did them. So I really hope that you guys have enjoyed the tour of my van. I wanted to do it a little more in the daytime this time. And again, there's been a lot of different things that's happened to it since my Biloxi trip. If you want to stay in touch, make sure. Remember, you got to like, subscribe, and you will always know where the Rossland Dream's at or plans on going. Until next time.